Welcome to Matt Tech TV. This episode will demonstrate how to access your district Google Drive account. To begin, you can either enter the URL docs.google.com/a/seguin.k12.tx.us. That's a mouthful. Or you can simply go to the Teacher Staff Resources page, which is linked directly off of the district homepage. And here you will find a link to Google Docs. You'll also find some quick reference guides, some handouts, things like that. But if you click this link, it'll take you to this page. All right, the first time that you log into Google Docs, you've got to go through a little bit more in terms of jumping through hoops. But basically, your username is your district email address. And your password, your initial password, is set up to be your district Teams ID number. Now, this is not the same as the ID number that you typically log into your computer with, which is actually a combination of the Teams number and your campus number. If you're not sure exactly what this ID number is, you can go into your personal portal for Teams, look at your profile, your personal information, and it will list your Teams ID number at the top left corner. So we're going to log in. And the first time we log in, you're going to have to go through this user agreement here, which includes entering a CAPTCHA code, which I got off pretty easy there, and accepting your account. Okay, once you're logged in, this is the Google Drive dashboard. This is where all of the magic happens. Here you'll find your files, any files that you've created or uploaded or had shared with you will show up right here in the center of the screen. Over here on the left, you have some different ways that you can actually filter those files. So you can see only ones that were shared with you, recent files, etc. Files maybe in your trash, much like the trash on your computer. They'll stay there until you delete them permanently. Up here, there's another way you can search for files. You can actually click in the search bar, type in the file name, and search specifically for them, which is really helpful once you get a bunch of files in there. And you can sort them in different ways. I actually prefer to sort mine by the last time they were modified, so that shows my most recent files up here at the top. You can sort them alphabetically. You can sort them, in a multitude of ways. All right. There's three essential ways that you can get files into your Google Drive. The first is to create them. This big red button over here on the left, if I click that, I can see the different types of files I can create within Google Drive, and those are going to be things that we're going to address as we move forward learning how to use Google Drive. But you can do word processing documents, presentations, which are akin to PowerPoints, spreadsheets, forms. You're going to love the form tool. It's very powerful. And drawings. There's also some more apps we can add, but we're not going to address those. And then you can upload files. I can simply click this button, click Files, and I can browse to anything I want. So if I want my newsletter here, I simply click on it, and it uploads it. And now it shows up in my menu. All right. The third way, those are the two most common ways to create your own. The third way is to have actually someone else create a document or a spreadsheet or other item and share it with you. That's a really powerful collaboration tool that we're going to learn how to use as we go further into our Google Drive lessons. But those you could view, by clicking the Shared With Me button, and you'll see how that works a little later. All right, so that's the basics for navigating the dashboard of Google Drive. In the next lesson, what we're going to learn is the basics of creating a word processing document using Google Drive's word processing tool.